Hi, I'm Caitlin Brothers, and in today's iCentral, we're asking UCM students about the topical question, would better gun control violence help prevent all these mass shootings that have been happening in America? 3 of the top 5 mass shootings in U.S. history have all been in the past year and a half, with recent shootings in Texas, Las Vegas, Orlando, and many others. The topic of gun control will come up and then go away, so let's see what UCM students have to say. Would better gun control help prevent all these mass shootings that recently have been happening in America?
I don't think so.
Tell me why.
I think that most of these casualties are happening from illegal sold weapons.
No, because the government controls what it wants to, and it allows people to do what people want to do as long as it's beneficial to the government. So, I mean, as much laws as we can get put on things, quote unquote, for public, admiration, the government is going to let people do what they want to do, and the government is going to do what it wants to do, which is, to keep people in fear.
I personally don't think that making higher gun control would help restrict it. One example, and it isn't mass shootings, but the strictest gun control within the country is in Illinois, and the highest gun crimes are in Chicago itself. I honestly think promoting gun safety and conceal and carry would help eliminate it.
I do think that better gun control will help the violence. I think that the guns need to be specifically for certain reasons. And not just give them to anybody because they're licensed or anything like that, because you never know what anybody's going to do with these licenses, with these guns or anything like that. Just as such, like the LA shooting, we didn't know that was going to happen. Nobody knows that these things are going to happen. So, I mean, it would lower it, but I don't think it will actually control it completely, because you still don't know if people that you give it to for a specific reason are not going to do bad things as well. So, but I do think it would put a little bit more leniency on the violence of it.
Why do you think all these big mass shootings been happening so recently? I feel like it's like one after one, Why do you think it's been like that?
2 reasons. One, it could be a distraction from something bigger and more behind the scenes that we're not even paying attention to. 2, control. I mean, like, they're not getting the weapons on their own. Whatever's going on, they're not getting it on their own strength. So whoever's helping them get these weapons and everything else, it's not more so about, well, this is a mass shootings, these are happening because they don't like people. It's just, what's the best way to have people against each other? You create a chaos.
I think a lot of it goes back to the mental health in nowadays society, but one of the other issues too is, and I know this is going to sound kind of cliche, but when you have a trend that gets started where people realize that they're getting lots of publicity for it, a lot of other people try to step up at that point and either try to outdo it or try to get their name in the spotlight as well, if that makes sense.
The first one that happened just made other ones happen. People thought in their mind, well, I'm going to be the one to get away this time because that last person didn't. So I feel like it just put a little bit more confidence. People have always wanted to do this, but the fact that more people are coming out and doing it, they feel like it's okay for them to do it now.
How do you think that we could help in the future mental health so that we don't have these mass shootings anymore?
Take away the negative stigma and make it more positive.
The way that the world is working now, I really, really hope that it gets better. I really think that there should be more control, not just on guns, but more control on police, more control on curfew hours in different cities. I just think there needs to be a lot more control on a lot of more things than it is now.